Hello everyone, I'm back with another Valentine's Day card, but this one is a lot easier than the Zubat one I put out a few days ago. Now, we can't celebrate Valentine's Day without making anything Legend of Zelda related. I call this a double pop-up card. If you want to make a kind of fancy card but are pressed for time, then this card is perfect for you. I just want to apologize in advance for the really weird measurements because I realized after finishing the card that I used the wrong inside piece, but I adjusted the measurements for the piece I did end up using in the video. The end product came out fine, so I didn't feel the need to remake the video. So if you like to learn how to make this card, keep on watching. All of the things you're going to need are cardstock. For this card I use mahogany, orange, and white. Double-sided tape, scissors, ruler, Xacto-Knife, pencil so you can erase lines later, pictures to go inside the card, and if you have them, a scoring board and a paper cutter. If not, then don't stress. A ruler, pencil, and scissors work just fine. Take the cardstock color you want inside of your card and cut it down to 6 inches by 10 7/16 inches. Turn your paper horizontal and score it at 3.5 inches and 7 11/16 inches. If you don't have a scoreboard, you can make marks with your ruler on the top and bottom of the cardstock and then fold your paper where the lines meet. Now our cardstock is divided into 3 different sections. On the fold where the larger section of our card is, mark 1 inch down from both sides. On the other fold with the small section, mark 1.5 inches from both sides. Go back to the large section and mark 1 inch down from the fold, starting from the marks we made earlier. Make sure to mark your 1 inch mark and then connect the marks to one another. Do this on the other side as well. This is how your card should look right now. On the smaller section, make 1/2 inch marks on either side of the fold and then connect your marks. Fold your cardstock so you can see the marks you made and then use a pair of scissors to cut along the sides. Once that is done, we can fold down the horizontal lines we made earlier. This should be easy to fold since you basically made a score with your pencil. Use the edge of your scissors to flatten the creases. When both sides are done, you should have 2 long rectangles inside your cardstock when you open it. This would be the best time to erase any marks that you've made. Take the second cardstock color you want to use for the outside of your card, cut it down to 6.25 by 10 11/16 of an inch. I'm using this mahogany-ish color to match an image I found on Google. Set this aside for later. Print your pictures out on cardstock. If you like to use the same pictures I used, you can find a link in the description box. If you like to use them but want to make them your own custom sizes, you can find each picture in the same link as well. Cut each picture out. Before decorating, I like to make this border around my card that looks like stitches with a marker or pen. Figure out how you want the pictures to go on the rectangular pieces that are sticking out. Once you know what you want, put 2 pieces of double-sided tape on the bigger rectangle and go for it. Add double-sided tape to the back of your pictures as needed. Always make sure that whatever you put on the large rectangle doesn't touch the smaller rectangle on the top. Fold your large section down to double check whenever you're building upwards. Then when you're done with that, figure out what you want to do with the smaller rectangle. Always fold your card down to make sure that whatever you have on either side isn't bothering the other side. Take your outside piece of cardstock and score it at 2 3/4 and 7 1/4 inches. Cut out 3/4 inch strips and 1/2 inch strip out of gold, orange, or yellow cardstock. Put double-sided tape on the 1/2 inch piece. Cut off any excess sticking out and put it at the bottom of the small rectangle. Then put double-sided tape on the 3/4 inch pieces and start creating the chest. Cut out any excess sticking out. To make the lock, cut out a 3/4 by 3/4 inch square. Use your ruler to mark a 1/4 inch on each side and then connect the lines. Then use an Xacto-Knife to cut the small square in the middle. I couldn't find mine, so I used other methods to make it work. Once you're done, add double-sided tape only to the top of the lock and then center it the best as you can to the top piece. Take some white cardstock and cut a 3/4 inch strip. Then cut the strip again at 3/4 inches to make 4 small squares. Put double-sided tape on the back and guesstimate where you want them to go. Take your inside piece and put double-sided tape along the edges of the middle section. And then carefully place it into the middle section of your outside piece. Once you get that in, your card should look like this. The back of the master key is sticking out a bit, so I decided to cover it with this chest key. And then you can write whatever you want inside. I decided to use "I'm cuckoo about you." And yes, I know there's multiple ways to say it, but this is what I'm gonna go with because it fits the card perfectly. Decorate your cards more. If you want your card to be flatter, lay a heavy object on top of it for a couple of minutes. Take some double-sided tape and put it on the edges of your inside piece. Hold it down, then fold your outside piece down to stick the pieces together. Now your card opens up really nice. Now we're all done. Other than the weird measurements, it wasn't too bad, right? You can always adjust the measurements to make it easier for you. If you have any leftover pictures, stick them everywhere on the wall and give Zubat more homies to hang out with. Good luck if you try this out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.